Mabuhay! I'm Rama and welcome to my art space. Today we're going on a little historical tour and at the same time we're going to do a sketch tour here in the park. So I hope you would join us as we take a look at history and also explore art. Fort Santiago was a citadel built in Manila by the Spaniards in 1571. For centuries, it was used as a fortress to protect the city against invading enemies, especially that European nations were vying to take over more colonies during that time. Today, it's a historical park that anybody can visit. But it still stands as a witness to many historical events that helped evolve the Philippines. The walled fortress, which was built beside the Pasig River, served as one of the major barriers for the Spanish government during their 333-year rule. But Fort Santiago also became a trading hub, since the Pasig River, like every major bodies of water, was used as a highway for traders and merchants. Fort Santiago was sort of like a checkpoint for foreigners and other visitors. Just like any man-made structure, Fort Santiago was not immune to wear and tear. The walls we see today are mostly replicas of the old ones. Although it has survived pirates' attack, the invasion attempts by the British in 1760s, the American occupation in 1898, the walls were horribly damaged during World War II. The Japanese Imperial Army during the Second World War used the walls, dungeons, and prisons to imprison captured Filipino and American soldiers. Hundreds of them were left to die and were even murdered. After the war ended, many of their bodies were found piled up within the walls. A monument now stands in memory of those who sacrificed their lives during the war. Fort Santiago's dungeons also have their share of famous celebrities. One of them was the Philippines' national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal. He was kept here before being executed on December 30, 1896. Now, Rizal was imprisoned because of his books that sparked a revolution against the oppressive Spanish Empire. Now, this man was a genius actually, because not only he was a writer, a doctor, and a scientist, but he was also a sculptor and a sketch artist. He can even make fine portraits of himself. I should be inspired. And speaking of sketches, we'll also make them here. Hi! This is my niece, Erica, and we're going to do a little sketch tour together actually. So, medyo introduce muna kita. Na-surprise ka ba? What do you think of the whole place? You as a Gen say,
may natutunan ka ba nung bumisita ka dito sa Fort Santiago?
Sa mga exhibitions and artworks and overall place, I think very inspirational siya. Kasi for me, I'm an artist and nakaka-inspire yung mga pieces of history na naka-display today. And I think very beneficial siya for me kasi meron din akong Rizal subject, so yun, meron akong additional na natutunan.
What do you think? Marami ba dito sa place na ito ang worth as art subject?
I think anything can be worked as an art subject. Kasi that depends on what kinds of things you're interested in. Maybe sa mga buildings or mga relics or yung environment. So anything can be an art subject.
Are you ready? Let's start.
Yes.
In here, I'm doing a pencil sketch of the Fort Santiago gate. As usual, I'm dedicating only one whole page for only one subject. For Erica, she's using a pen to draw various subjects. This technique was something that I did not expect from her. If you would notice, she has a totally different style from mine. And I like her style very much because she has all the details filled in. And now she's in her second drawing. Now I feel so old school. And I'm still working on only one drawing. I just realized that making only one big drawing is daunting. And look, the cat is done. It's time to blend the shades and soften the edges. And Erica is now in her third drawing. I'm amazed at how fast she can finish a piece despite overflowing with details. This activity lasted for only less than an hour. And I'm not yet done here. But I guess I should finish this one.
Ano yung feeling na nag-sketch tayo sa labas?
Very new siya para sa akin kasi never naman ako nag-sketch out in public. I think it's a nice feeling.
Discuss mo naman yung sa amin, yung mga drawing mo.
So, mga mini sketches lang yung ginawa ko. First is yung Fort Santiago gate. Tapos itong pusa lang, nililinis yung sarili niya. Pero magkaiba kulay ng mata niya kasi cool lang. Tapos ito yung canon, malapit sa may entrance. And then itong last one, actually di ko alam kung saan to. Basta sa may sa may overhead, may taas. Tapos na-videohan ko lang siya.
Actually, medyo kaya parang na-intimidate ako.
Hindi ako yung na-intimidate eh.
Maganda yung idea ng mini pictures. Tapos parang sa akin, ang laki. Ako na parang, ay, ang daming details pag malaki. So parang minadali ko. Hindi nga ako natuwa eh. Hindi ako natuwa sa result. Parang, ay, hindi ito yung gusto ko. Anyway, so parang nagtapos na lang ako. Parang gano'n. Pero to take yung mga mini pictures, parang scrapbook levels yung dating.
Ano yung dating? Parang hindi ako ma-intimidate. Kasi hindi ako sanay ng yung malaking-malaki yung drawing sa page. Yun doon ako na-intimidate. Kaya mga mini na lang yung ginawa ko.
Ulitin natin to?
Yes! Mauulit.
Fort Santiago is open from Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. and from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. during weekends. Entrance costs only 75 pesos, but there's a discount for students and seniors. Your lolos and lolas and your kids can enter the premises for only 50 pesos. So the entrance fee is only about $1. You can ask the information center if you want a tourist guide to accompany you, or if you want a tour on your own, you can get a map for free. There are also a number of restaurants here, that even serve as souvenir shops. In here, you can get to try a cup of coffee while waiting and while resting. Or if it's already lunchtime, you can get to eat Filipino food.
And that wraps up our tour today. If you like this video, please click the like button. And also, if you're here in my channel for the first time, do click the subscribe. And also click the bell notification button so you would be notified of future videos. Again, I'm Rema, and thank you very much for joining me, and I hope to see you again in my next art space. Bye! Hi, Mita! Again, I'm Rama, and sorry. And that wraps up our tutor.